Welcome to Actual Scale Modelling. This is part 8 of AMT Star Trek Next Generation Enterprise D, scale 1 to 1/400. In part 8, I'm going to be carrying on straight from part 7, so installing the lights on the saucer section. So let's jump into this and see how well I get on. So to start off with, I'm just finishing off the light test that was the end part of part 7 before moving on. This is a direct cut-off point from 7 to part 8. I didn't want to lose anything, so I just jump in straight into it. So just to recap, I put on the LED strip, that's the curvature one in the inner part, and I'm in the process of putting on some 3mm LEDs. So I've got the impulse in, that's the red ones, and now I've got the blue and I've got a green one. For the next set I'm putting in, these are going to be flashing, and these are pre-wired flashing LEDs, so I don't have to worry about resistors or anything like that on these ones. They're already been done. Now, of course, you can get them in raw form without being wired, but the pre-wired ones and the flashing ones are slightly easier to do. So, and I've got a few of these, so I may as well use them. So first of all, I'm just cutting the length of the wire to the unit that I'm required. So as you can see, they're just a few centimeters long, and because of that, I'm going to have to expose the wire. So again, I'm using my blade to do this. Don't do this if you're not confident, because you can slice your finger right open. I've been doing this for years, so I'm fairly confident in it. And what I'm doing is, as I'm passing the blade over, I can feel when the blade starts hitting the wire, and that's when to stop. And I will do that around the sheath before pulling it off. The safer way is to use a wire stripper. I don't have one for this diameter of wire. I think this is about a 1mm diameter wire. But don't do it if you're not comfortable with it. Get someone else to do it. Doesn't matter if you're an adult or not. If you're not comfortable, or get the proper equipment to do it. So this is going to be connected to the contact points that I already pre-soldered on the strip. Now, one of them had actually come off, so I'm going to have to resolder that on, and this is what I'm doing now. It's more than possible to do. It's just a little bit awkward because it's on the upright position. And all it means is taking a little bit more care and attention while I'm moving this model around, and also, of course, when resoldering it. But as you can see there, everything is connected now, and you can see the white LED flashing there. I should point out, I'm not using any circuitry to control the flashing rate on these lights. You can put a little circuit board in with a 555 chip just to control the flashing if you wish. I'm not going to bother with that. I don't mind if it's slightly out of sequence. But I know a lot of people couldn't live with that if they were blinking out of sight timing. To me, it's not a problem. You know, but just bear that in mind. I'm not using any chipboard or breadboards to do this. So next is the port and starboard side. So that's the green and red LED, and obviously, like the white one, these ones will be flashing as well. So they are going together exactly the same way I've done all the 3mm LEDs, even though it's flashing. I'm just adding them to my pre-wire that I've already done in the past video to connect them. So here I'm just putting the sheath on before I connect the two wires together. To twist the wires together, it's just a little bit of solder to secure them. And remember, it doesn't take a lot of soldering to do this. You don't have to have any real experience either. As I said in the previous video, don't worry if it's a bit messy. You're not going for art here, you're going for functionality. And once it's connected, another light test to make sure everything's alright. And once I'm happy with it, I will shrink the sheath over the contact points to protect them. And as before, I'm using the side part of my solder iron to do this. And I've now installed the red ones for the light test just to make sure everything is still running. The white one's running and the red one and the green one's running as well. So that everything is now in place. It's time to secure the loose LEDs. So first of all, I'm placing in the impulse engine ones, and I'm using just a little bit of hot glue to bed it in, get it in position. I'll hold it there for a minute until it's secure. And it's the same with the blue and green one. One of the blue LED lights are going at the back of the bridge. I'm not sure whether it should have a blue light, but I just like the different colours coming through. So once again, it's not screen accurate. This is just how I want to do it. So if you are looking for something that's 100% accurate that you would see on the screen, don't follow the lights that I'm putting in. Follow the process, but not the colour. For instance, this green one I'm putting in, this is just going onto the shuttle bay. I'm pretty damn sure it probably doesn't have a green light in it, but it's just to give a little bit of contrast. And as you're doing this, you want to secure the wires as much as possible. I'm just using my steering tool here to hold them down. Obviously the hot glue is quite hot. I don't want to use my fingers, I'll end up burning them. But just a little spot of hot glue and pushing the wires down onto it is enough to secure them, stops them moving around, and that will help the protection. So now is the time for the 3mm LED for the sides. These are the flashing ones. Same process, a little bit of hot glue and push them in. These ones I have to make sure that I've got them flush with the actual edge of the saucer section. If they're too prominent, we will not be able to close up the saucer section. There's very little room to manoeuvre at the edge. And I'll just carry on securing these as I go along, making sure everything's okay. And this is actually where I'll end part 8. So it's a short video this time, but I didn't want to start the next stage and cut it just with a couple of minutes in. So this is a good place to stop. And as I'm carrying along doing this, putting the hot glue in, I'll be doing the light test near the end of this process. It doesn't take too long, but obviously the light test is quite important to do. Now, I'm happy with the amount of lights I've got in here. There's an argument could be made, just as I'm doing the light test, that you can have some more lights near the edge of the saucer section. I prefer to have them dimly lit near the edge. It just gives it a different tone and different feel to the whole kit. You don't want the same brightness all the way through, in my opinion. So if you haven't done so already, why don't you check out the channel for my other builds? Hit that notification bell, that way you'll be kept up to date with all my builds. Hit the like button, don't be afraid to leave a comment, and of course you can share the video. But for now, thank you all very much for watching. Bye bye.